Veteran move, a true student of the game. How it feels to watch football without having to worry about your fantasy team. Still can't believe the media didn't ever talk about this stat. Jalen Hurts, first player in NFL history in a Super Bowl. Caleb Williams has a completion percentage of 35.6% on throws of 10+ yards. Out of the 530 quarterbacks to have 100+ such attempts in a season since 2000, that ranks 520th. You won the NFC North. Muffled arrogance. When your coordinators are so good that they keep getting hired as head coaches by other teams, suffering from success. How this year's Super Bowl is probably gonna feel like. Never forget when the Chiefs lost their best player. Sony's 2024 Lanoop in NFL terms. Fire your mid-head coach or draw 25. Dallas Cowboys. Nah, come on over, I want to boo your kids again. I mean, probably, I don't want to. Kelly Stafford on if she would be at Ford Field if the Rams were to play the Lions in the playoffs. Me waiting for you to submit your memes using the link in the description. Facing the Texans or Steelers in the playoffs. Why does this Dutch oven carrier look like Cam Newton? Babe, wake up, around Dutch oven tote bag just dropped. When you get name dropped in a 42-page lawsuit for being respectful and professional. Which NFL coaches do you think do Adderall? I'll rank my top guesses. Dan Campbell announces he will not sit starters during bye week and will instead play Ohio State in place of Texas. I'm the number 1 seed. What does that mean? It means he's afraid to play in the playoffs. No, it doesn't. Wildcard weekend. Stop it, you're scaring him. I bet he's thinking about other girls. I miss when the Lions suck too much to hate them. Typing, and since I'd achieved all my goals of going 1-1 with the Packers, there was no need to go to the playoffs. Reject 14-3 Jackbus. Bet future on IR quarterback who hasn't played a single snap. Lions. Vikings messing around with Sam Darnold. Rams. Vikings preparing for a playoff run after a 14-3 season. Honolulu flu. It's 4th down. What do I do? Go for it. The show has spoken. Vikings playing the Rams in prime time again after coming off a loss to the Lions. Perner's wheel says the Vikings fall. Most losses by franchise over the last 30 years. Raiders 295. Lions 294. Browns 294. Nothing I'm not used to. Myles Garrett Defensive Player of the Year. Burrow wants to be in Baltimore. Can't blame him. Average Steelers fan living situation. The terrible bowel. 2025 Browns play-by-play crew unveiled. Heard you taking crap. You could not live in your own stadium. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Jake Brendel might be the worst player in the NFL. When Rams house might be on fire. State Farmer House. The Raiders are requesting an interview with Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo for their head coaching spot, per sources. Raiders, Chiefs, don't have a game this week. State of the AFC West. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Hey Bills, kiss the ring. Raiders, Bill Belichick, UNC. Lol into the fire UGO. Can you hire a competent coach and draft a decent quarterback? Who the hell you think I am? You only have 1 ring. Your rings are old. Next year is our year. ESPN source, the Dallas Cowboys denied permission to the Chicago Bears to interview their head coach Mike McCarthy. Rare to see Dallas stop a team in January. We have more championship than you. Go Birds. Playoff Brady. Early 90s Bills. You can't defeat me. I know, but he can. Philly fans. Snyder wasn't that bad. We've had bad owners too. Me. Philly fans would have lured Snyder. Say the line Cowboys. Parsons. Cowboys will win Super Bowl next season. Cowboys agree to terms Ezekiel Elliott. I prefer the real all-in. Chargers signing Ezekiel Elliott. I said the real all-in. The Vikings have signed Daniel Jones to the active roster. Perfection. We've actually won a Super Bowl this century. At least we have more than one. We've actually won 2 in the last 20 years. Washington Redskins. 3 Super Bowl titles, all prior to 1991. Commanders. 0 playoff wins. Final regular season imperialism map. The Miami Dolphins have announced they will rest all of their players for Week 19. Breaking. The New England Patriots are hiring Drake May to be their next head coach. May will remain the team's starting quarterback and become the first player coach in NFL history. Who's ready for the ultimate Lat vs Evans fight? The rest of Crap Mountain waiting for the Bucks to join us on Sunday. 1-0 in 2025. Ran cooking. Ran cooked. Tits. Colts. Chiefs. Jags. Not playing this week. Chargers 11-6. Chiefs 15-2. Broncos 10-7. Raiders last in the division. The Cowboys to the Bears on interviewing Mike McCarthy. Don't touch my garbage. Thank you for chancing my life. I'm literally just Jim Harbaugh. Admit the Packers are not a Super Bowl team and are worse than Minnesota and Philadelphia or draw 25. Pete Prisco. After week 17. Broncos playoff hopes. Bengals playoff hopes. After week 18. Bengals playoff hopes. Broncos playoff hopes. Rich people. Poor people. Bears quarterbacks. So, you were the pass coordinator for our crap offense and then finished as a 1-4 interim coach. Why should I keep you around? I beat Packers. At home. You're hired. FTP. The Sam Darnold that Vikings fans have been telling everyone about. The Sam Darnold that showed up to the most important game of the season. Did you seriously lose to the Chicago Bears at home this season? No lol. Could you imagine? Yes. I don't know what the red circles are about, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Ricky Pearsall was shot in the chest and played in an NFL game just 7 weeks later. He totaled 210 yards and 2 touchdowns in his final 2 games of the season. Year 2 Ricky is gonna be special. Prayers up for everyone Los Angeles area. On a day where the Cowboys publicly avoided a $500,000 bonus, cool to think that the Bucks would have saved $3 million if Mike Evans finished with 995 receiving yards and they actively worked to get him the record and the $3 million bonus on the game's final play. Only touchdown Vikings had in Detroit. Bengals and Dolphins fans, Carson Wentz, we are begging you. Just one win out of you. Carson Wentz. Patrick Mahomes was spotted on the sidelines in Denver with his BFF. Breaking, the Chicago Bears have announced they are resting all their players for week 19. No, just no, I bought the team. Jerry Jones on if he would ever give up being GM of the Cowboys. Clinched home couch advantage throughout playoffs. Man, I can't wait till next year to do the same crap. Lamar Jackson when it comes time to face the Steelers. Sam Darnold when it's the most important game of his career. It finally happened. Jake from State Farm. The only Dallas you'll see in the playoffs. We have officially parted ways with head coach Jerod Mayo after one season. Mystery drones flying all over the world. World War III threats happening. Car bombs and attacks happening. Bears beating the Packers. Is the world ending? This is your first win season in over 30 years. You haven't won a playoff game since the Bush administration. Quit having fun. Breaking: the Cincinnati Bengals have announced that they will be resting all their players for week 19. Antonio Pierce, fired after one season. Jerod Mayo, fired after one season. Lovie Smith, fired after one season. David Culley, fired after one season. Steve Wilks, fired after one season. Ran Carthon, fired after 2 seasons. In tough situations, instant success shouldn't be demanded. Don't ever tell me Tom Brady was carried over again. Teams without 31 plus points in one game this season. Chiefs 13-1. Patriots 3-11. Giants 2-12. Raiders 2-12. Legendary: Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels are the only rookies in NFL history with 10 plus wins, 30 plus total touchdown and 4,000 plus total yards in a season. Daniels and Nix are history. Wide receivers keep getting close because of the 17-game season, but still the single season receiving king, Calvin Johnson. Cam Newton would have won a national championship anywhere in 2010. Auburn just got lucky he chose to play for them. Mike McCarthy's contract ends on January 14th. Even his agent knew the Cowboys season would be over by then. Your day if you subscribe and like this video.